How you doing? It is a beautiful day here. Beautiful Monday in Las Vegas. It's sunny. A little chilly though. It's 52 degrees. Supposed to be in the 70s today. It's kind of nice. Today I want to talk about something, and that is sometimes you just got to do things that you don't want to do. Sometimes you got to go to work when you don't feel like it. Sometimes you got to go to work when you're sick. And sometimes you just got to do things that aren't pleasant, that in my grandson's words, that's disgusting. This weekend I sat down with my grandson. He wants to go to karate here in Las Vegas. And my wife signed him up for karate, and it's going to be really good for him. But the karate class is $200 a month. And, that might not seem like a lot of money, $200 a month. But let me ask you, do you have $200 right now just laying around that you could just throw at karate for your grandson? Plus, the gas, getting him there back. And I wanted to use that as an example for him. And so what I did is I pulled him into my office. I asked him if he had a few minutes, I'd like to talk to him in my office. It was a serious conversation, and he got real serious. So we went in the office and we sat down and wanted to talk to him about his karate and his plans in the future and how he was going to make money. And he likes to say monies. I need to make some monies. I don't have any monies. So I asked him, what's your plan about karate? And he goes, well, you're going to pay for it, Grandpa. See, and the reason I pulled him aside was when Michelle signed him up, the guy asked him, hey, young man, how do you plan on paying for this? Excuse me. And he said, oh, don't worry about it. My grandpa's rich, and my grandpa's going to pay for it. So that's what made me kind of pull him aside was, of course I'm going to pay for it. But I wanted to teach him a lesson about money at 6 years old. A lesson my parents never taught me, a lesson your parents probably never taught you. Instead, you were probably given an allowance and your parents just paid for everything. And so I pulled him aside, sat him down, and we talked about the future and how he was going to make money and how he was going to pay for the karate. And I asked him if he knew how much it was, and he said no, maybe $20. I said, no, it's $200, Caden. It's $200 a month. And he says, that's a lot of monies. I said, I know. How are you going to pay for it? And he just looked at me puzzled, like, what do you mean, how am I going to pay for it? And he said, well, I'm not going to pay for it, Grandpa. I don't have any monies. You're going to pay for it. You're rich. And I said, Caden, I'm not the one going. This is not for me, dude. You're the one that wants karate. I'm not going. Why should I pay for it? And he said, Grandpa, because you're rich, you can afford it. I said, regardless if I'm rich, regardless if I can afford it, doesn't mean I have to pay for something that you want. Now, you're probably thinking I'm a complete asshole, right? Because I'm telling a 6-year-old I'm not going to pay for his karate because he wants it. Yes, I want him to go. Of course, I'm going to pay for it. But he, assuming that I'm going to pay for it, is wrong. I know he's 6, but he needs to learn these lessons even at 6 years old. So here's what we did. I asked him how bad he wanted to go. And I'm not going to go to a 6-year-old or a 60-year-old man and say that they got a problem without creating a solution. And I basically told my grandson, 6 years old, he's got a problem. He's signing up for a $200 a month karate class, and he's got no money. But I had a solution, knowing I had a solution, right? So I offered him a position with Fortress. I offered him the chance to have me coach and mentor him to create his own business. And he got pretty excited about that. See, I don't believe in chores. It's not that I don't believe in chores. I don't believe in giving kids allowances for doing chores. Chores are just part of life. Michelle doesn't pay me to take the garbage out, right? Michelle doesn't pay me to carry the laundry basket up and down the stairs. That's just what I have to do. So I don't believe in paying kids for chores. I never paid my kids for chores. But my kids actually had money through most of their childhood until they blew it all, right? But they always had money. Just how long was up to them. So what I did with Caden is him and I come up with a business. And Fortress has hired him now. He's going to go on payroll this morning. And what you might not know is, and I got to look at the new tax code on this one because it probably changed. But children and adults, you can have them on salary through your corporation. And I believe it used to be $13,000. Again, the tax code's changed. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not an attorney. So you need to get your own professional advice. But you can put your children, your grandchildren, your grandpa, your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, brother, sister, neighbor on salary. And as long as they make a certain amount of money or less, you, as the employer, do not have to pay Social Security. The person receiving the money doesn't have to pay Social Security. They don't have to pay federal or state income tax. No unemployment, nothing, right? So it's just cash. So I offered him a position with my company, and one of his jobs is to empty the trash on a weekly basis throughout the house, and he's got to come into my office now and empty the trash. All right? And he's going to get paid for doing that. But back to sometimes you got to get off your ass and do things that you don't want to do. Well, one of the things that Michelle does, only because I won't do it, which is pick up dog poop, right? So someone said last time it was $6,500. Yeah, I don't know. You got to check that because I don't remember what it is. I haven't had kids on salary for so long that I forgot. But maybe it's $6,500. Whatever it is, you can pay them. You don't have to pay taxes. The kids don't have to pay taxes. So sometimes you got to get off your ass and do stuff that you don't want to do. And one of the things I don't like to do is pick up dog poop. So when we moved here to Vegas, it's pretty sad. When we lived in Tahoe, we were up in the wilderness, right? And so when I took the dogs out to poop, I took them out into the forest and let them poop, and then I dug a little hole and buried it. Michelle will clean it up. She doesn't mind cleaning up dog poop. And nice thing when in Tahoe is it gets cold at night, so it freezes and you don't smell it, and it's not that big of a deal. Here in Vegas, however, it's hot. So it dries out pretty fast too. But Michelle's been picking it up. And she asked me to do it. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to hire someone to do it. Because I'm not going to pick up the dog poop. I'll hire someone for $10 a week to pick up dog poop. I don't care what it costs, right? So I thought, I had heard through Caden's mother that Michelle had asked him to pick up dog poop, and he said no, that it was disgusting. So I asked him if he would let me help him set up a business, and that's going to be picking up dog poop. And of course, before I said pick up dog poop, he said, yeah, Grandpa, I want you to help me. I want to be successful. I want to be rich. I said, okay. Well, one of your first businesses is going to be picking up dog poop. And he's like, no, I won't do it. I said, why not? And he goes, it's disgusting, Grandpa. I'm not going to pick up dog poop. And I said, Caden, sometimes in life you got to do things you don't want to do. And I said, I was a fireman. Before I was a fireman, I had to be a garbage man for 5 years. And I had to pick up dog poop 6 days a week. Disgusting, smelly dog poop in people's trash cans. And it got all over my clothes sometimes. Sometimes it got in my face because it spilled. Right? But I still had to do it. I had to do it because I needed money for my kids, my 3 kids. I'm 20-something years old, 21, and I got 3 kids. My fault. Right? Not the kids' fault. So I need to take care of them. I need to provide health insurance for the Rugrats. I need to provide money, housing, food. Right? And I didn't make very much. And yes, we were on food stamps. And yes, we got government cheese. And yes, we got the cheap-ass cereal that nobody wants to eat. So But you got to do what you got to do. And so I told him, I'm like, if you want to go to karate, you have to pick up dog poop. He's like, I don't want to do it. It's disgusting. I said, then you're not going to karate. Unless you have some other way, Caden, to make several $100s a month, because your karate's $200 a month, and your clothes, you got to pay for those, and you're going to take your mom out to dinner at some point, and you want some new Legos, right? And you want some BBs for your BB gun. You got to pay for that, dude, because I'm not going to pay for it. So he agreed to go into business with me picking up dog poop. And what we're going to do is he's going to pick up dog poop at my house, and then him and I are going to go walk the neighborhood knocking on doors. And I'm going to teach. He's 6 years old. He's going to learn door-to-door sales. And he's going to learn how to sell his services picking up dog poop. Now, I know some of you probably think I'm an asshole. And that's okay. Yes, I could easily just give him an allowance for picking up dog poop. Or if he doesn't want to do it, then not make him. I give him allowance for brushing his teeth. Give him an allowance for making his bed. Get him allowance for picking up his toys. Dude, I'm not going to do that because he should be doing that shit anyway, right? That's what he should be doing. I shouldn't pay him for doing what he's supposed to do, for brushing his teeth or wiping his butt. No, that's what he should be doing regardless. Sometimes, my friend, you got to do things you don't want to do. Sometimes you got to go to work when you're sick. That's just the way it is. See, if you want to become successful, part of it's actually showing up. As you know, I have a blood clot in my right lung. I have pneumonia. I'm supposed to be at home in bed. I don't want to lay in bed anymore. I've been laying in bed for 2 weeks, a week in the hospital and a week at home. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to stay here, for 12 hours or 18 hours. I'm going to stay here for a couple hours. I'm going to do a meeting now. Don't feel like it. Don't feel good. But sometimes you got to get off your ass and do things that you don't want to do. So I want you to do that today. Go do something you don't want to do that you know you have to do. If you're a real estate agent, maybe it's make some phone calls. Maybe you haven't talked to your kids in a while. I don't know. Whatever it is that you don't want to do, go do it. Do it right now. Find something you don't want to do and go do it right now. See you later.